What's going on, YouTube? Uberman here. So I want to talk about a really scary and just extraordinary series of events that occurred today. So I went to the Copart lot to show you guys around, running behind as usual. I always run behind. I'm always late, but I made the best of it. We had good time. I looked at 3 cars, only 3 cars that I was interested in. And when I left, I had about 10 minutes before the auction, so I should have made it home in about enough time to look at to bid on the first car I was interested in from Copart. But that's when a series of really strange things started happening. I go to get on the interstate like I've done a million times, in snow, sleet, doesn't matter, all kinds of weather conditions. I wasn't smashing on the gas or anything. I was in the Jeep Liberty. And out of nowhere, the ass end of the Jeep just disappeared from under me, and I started spinning. Again, I could understand if maybe I had smashed on the gas and lost traction, but I didn't. I was simply getting on the interstate, like I've just done a million times before. And next thing I know, I'm spinning on an on-ramp, right next to oncoming traffic on an interstate. I spun, I think, 3 times. Yeah, it's difficult to count, while this is happening. I spun, I hit a drainage ditch thing, one of those cast iron grates. I hit a curb, I ended up in the mud, and then I came right up nose first into a fence. I was terrified. I was paying attention to the road, to my driving. I wasn't speeding. I've driven hundreds, maybe even 1,000 cars by now in all kinds of weather conditions, and I've never had something like this happen to me. But that's not all. I get on the highway, and I'm hoping the Jeep is okay, and the Jeep is fine. Let me tell you something. I don't know why that happened, but that damn thing is a trooper, because it hit that grate, and it hit that curb enough to jar me and give me a headache. All right? The alignment's fine. The wheels are fine. It's got some mud on it, but hell, it's a Jeep, So props to the Jeep for being tough, but what the hell was with spinning out like that? Any of you Jeep Liberty owners experience something like this? I just don't understand how the ass end of that thing got out from under me like that. I really don't. But fine, we're on the highway. My phone is on Copart's auction. I'm waiting, in case I don't make it home in time, I'm listening. I'm not looking at the phone, not playing with the phone. I'm just listening because it'll say your watched item is next on the block. And if that happens, I'm going to pull over so that I can bid. Well, all of a sudden, it stops making noise. So I'm like, something's wrong. So I pull over, and I'm looking at my phone, and Copart locked up. Fine, I close it out, bring it back up, and it logged me out. Strange? Sure. You want to know something else? I go to log back in because I don't want to miss. I had my heart set on this maroon Yukon. I wasn't going to miss it. So I go to log back in with my username and password. And it says, username and password's incorrect. I try it again, and again, and again. And every time it says, you cannot log in, your password is incorrect. I know what my username and password is. I'm the one that created it. So I'm like, okay, if I miss it, I guess I miss it. I get home, jump on Copart. Guess what? I missed it. It's over. Sucks. But that is what it is. So after I realize I missed it, I go to my phone and I try to log in again. But this time, suddenly I can log in. Suddenly, the username and password that I entered multiple times before now works. I can't explain it. Now, I'm not trying to claim divine intervention, but it's just one of those things where so many strange, peculiar events took place that just prevented me from being able to bid on that vehicle. So as I'm looking, on Copart going, well, I'm screwed, I find another Yukon, a 4x4 with similar damage to the front end. So I bid on it, and I won it for $1,100. Unfortunately, it wasn't a pure sale. So I am currently waiting to see if they approve my bid. Let's jump into the auction so you guys can at least see me win it, and I'll let you know if it gets approved, I guess, in another video. I just spun out in the Jeep,
Bonus time.
getting onto the highway. I don't know what happened. I was merging onto the interstate. I spun out. Oh my God. That was terrifying.
Sold!
I don't know if the Jeep is okay or not. So I drove the Jeep home. The Jeep appears to be okay. It drove straight. There didn't seem to be any alignment issues. We got a lot of mud, you know, all over it. But other than that, it seems to be just fine. We got some mud splattered all over the mirror, the window. We got some mud on the hood. That was scary. I kind of don't like this Jeep. Wow. Yeah, okay.